dealing with the virus. We have our fighter, Robert Redmond, who was supposed to fight. Was it today? What's today's day? Yeah, he was supposed to fight today.
Saturday.
Yeah, and the commission withdrew its application, and so the show got canceled. Uh, and so for a fighter, you got to deal with that emotional roller coaster ride. You're training. You don't know if you're going to fight. You don't know if you're going to fight with fans. You don't know what to expect. So for you, it kind of worked out because you ain't got to deal with the mental stress of it. You just got to rehab, go through the process, and then when you're
Yeah.
when you're ready to go, hopefully uh, things have settled down and we're back to some kind of normalcy. But so that's got to be an advantage for you. What is your training looking like right now?
Well, right now, just shadow boxing really, and then a lot of conditioning for the
Like
most part. A lot of conditioning. So
you
like a
getting
lot of
miles in?
sprints, yeah, a lot of miles, like a lot of conditioning, a lot of running, and just that. I can't really do no push-ups because my shoulder
Right.
ain't that strong right now, so I can't really do a lot of stuff. I only do like a lot of cardio.
You fight middleweight, right? Or
Yeah,
what?
54, 40, 47. I may go to 47.
Oh shit.
Make a run down there.
That's just what I was about to ask you, man. Where you planning on campaigning, man? I was guessing junior middleweight or something,
I
154 maybe.
wanted I wanted to like develop at 147, and then like when I was ready to like start making my title run campaign at 154. That's when like I don't really think I'm gonna be able to make 147 when I really get bigger, like a couple years.
Yeah, yeah. You well put together guys for your height and everything, so I figured, you don't want to do 60. That'll be at for a few years, but yeah,
Yeah, in a few
54.
years you do 60, but right now I do 47, 154 until like
You,
maybe like 4 years, 3 years.
you feel strong at 47?
Yeah, I feel stronger at 47. Yeah.
That's a good weight, man. That's where the money. Uh,
He's over there.
so man, you do a lot of traveling still, man. Even though you ain't on the team, what you be doing? Thinking and moving, checking out other gyms or what?
Lord, I
If it
mean,
ain't potential boxing, don't tell me.
hey, I mean, I be chilling, man. I went to go see my boy in Cali though. I have a friend in Cali, so I just went to go see him for a few days and chill with him. But
You
I've
using
been
it?
going to Houston and I just be chilling. Only place I went to was Houston, but I just be chilling, playing the games and chilling with friends, going to the mall, going shopping, and chilling with my family, and then going to therapy, and then going to cardio.
You using the time off to enjoy
hmm
yourself. Man. That's
Where are you
good.
at right now?
I'm in Virginia right now, Alexandria.
Okay. And how are things out there? How are things on the East Coast with the whole
Like
virus?
with the we're next to DC, so I mean it's pretty bad. We're next to DC. It ain't bad, but we're next to DC, so it's a big city, so we got to be careful too, because we're like 5 minutes from DC.
Yeah, you got out of Houston right in time, man, because it seems like shit's picking up over here and it doesn't
Yeah,
want to slow down.
yeah, I heard about it. I was about to actually come down there, because boy had a fight on the 9th. I was supposed to come down. I think it was like the 11th. I was supposed to come down, but I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's so much misdirection and with what's going on. To believe, I mean, you got to protect yourself regardless, and that's my philosophy on it. But man, you get so many conflicting reports. Who knows what the fuck's going on, man? Because
Right.
I don't think they know what's going on. You know what
Nah,
I'm saying?
They
they
don't.
don't. I don't think they do at all.
So you got to
It,
just take the measures that you can to protect yourself, man. Because you don't need that shit. That shit kills some people. Some people get the flu. Some people don't do shit. They just got it.
yeah. That
It
shit,
don't matter.
I heard you like can't breathe or some shit like that.
Yeah, man. I don't need none of that action.
Yeah, I
Damn.
don't either.
So you, with this time off, what kind of who do you like watching? Who do you grew up studying or in the world of boxing?
Growing up, I was in the gym with Antoine Douglas, so that's who I looked up to growing up. Kind of tried to idolize, but some of my favorite fighters are Andre Ward, James Toney, Floyd Mayweather, and Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns.
Yeah, the DC guy. Yeah, Sugar Ray Leonard. That's the guy.
I'll probably say Tony is probably my most similar. I just probably got to get the defense a little better, but we're probably just in a Philly shell. That's why I'm looking at Tony now. Yeah. I got some things down in the pros.
As long as you keep the work ethic, don't lean up. Brother James Tony should have been.
Oh no, yeah, Tony. I ain't following that work ethic. I ain't gonna be 160 and 200 pounds in another 4 years. It won't be me.
Hey, the wife, she'll tell me, yeah, you just think you just gonna knock everybody out like you're on the street. Boxing. She said, boy, you so out of shape, motherfuckers gonna take it back. I said, I got that James Tony syndrome. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. They don't take it back. But she's right. Hey, I hit a dude one time with a left hook, and he shook it and looked at me.
Damn, street fight?
Yeah, she was standing out fighting these two boys, bro, in ISLEY. And the first one I hit, he went to sleep. And the second guy, the Mexican guy, bro, and I hooked him, pop. And he said, oh, yeah. I said, oh, shit. I hit it with the right hand, and I hit the right hand and left hook. And the second one, he wobbled. So it was under control. But and she said, yeah, you think you just gonna knock everybody out? I said, you right. I said, I'm leaning on my understanding rather than in shape. I'm doing that James Tony, man.
Yeah. I think most of us got a story like that when we hit somebody and we didn't get the reaction we anticipated. I remember I got into a fight one time and punched that dude square in the nose. That motherfucker had to be about 6'2", damn near 300. The motherfucker was picking on people and hit him with a straight. That motherfucker just looked at me and growled like, I knew it was gonna be a long fucking encounter.
I'm sure Cade done instilled in Troy. Cade, everybody can't be knocked out. Everybody into their yang. Styles make fight. And sometimes the boys just keep coming, no matter how many times you hit them, how often, how hard. They just keep coming, man. So that's why it's important that you boys be in tip-top shape, because you never know when a fight's gonna break out. You may be 3 times the fighter than that guy, but he could just eat them shots. Yeah, man. You don't want to be outworked. Fuck that. Ain't nothing worse than that. Being in there with a guy who's less than you, but he's in better shape. Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble now. That's boxing, man. It's all happening.
So I was going to ask him. You mentioned, some of the fighters that you grew up watching and who you try to model, or who you pick some things up from. What about now? How do you? What do you think about the fighters, the current fighters right now? Who are you watching? Who you got your eyes set on?
Was it Canelo? I feel like he's the most similar to me.
And he had 154.
Yeah. I feel like he's the best pound for pound to me right now, but I like Canelo. Canelo, Crawford, and Canelo, Crawford. I watched Spence because me and Spence kind of have the same style too. So I watched Earl. Yeah, and I watched those.
What's going on? What's going on over there with Golden Boy? You've been kind of catching the energy De La Hoya been putting out, man.
Ryan, right?
With Bo, well, really, Bo. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, the day before yesterday. Golden Boy on Facebook put out showed Canelo's and Laura's fight, right? And it said, on the caption or the title, it said the full 12 rounds. I felt like that was kind of him throwing shade because, people, I watched the fight. Canelo won the fight, but there's people that say, well,
Canelo didn't land anything.
Right, Laura won the fight, and the only reason Canelo won the fight was because he was
a bigger name.
Boy. Yeah, but I watched the fight. Canelo, I believe Canelo won the fight. But if that's your fighter, why are you going to throw out that fight and say and then put out the full 12 rounds like throwing shade, and then he's having issues with Ryan. I just feel like there's a lot of negative energy coming out over there.
Yeah, I feel the same way, but they just gotta know dudes they signed them with. They gotta know them dudes. That shit is crazy though.
I ain't clued in with nothing, and I just root for fighters more than business anyway. Golden Boy is pretty much a one-trick pony. That's why they trying to push. What's that young Mexican kid? He's good.
Garcia?
Is it Ortiz or Virgil or some shit? What is it? Virgil
Ortiz.
Because it's no secret that it seems like on media that
they got Speedy. He should be fighting.
Who?
Speedy Ellis, Rashida brother. Rashidi Ellis, Speedy.
He's with Golden Boy?
147. Yeah, he with Golden Boy.
Well,
the guy that knocked the guy out was like the pullback 1-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you talking about. You think? I think that Oscar knows. As soon as Canelo gets from out this whole deal, fulfills it. He's gonna do the little Floyd thing. I don't need no fucking promoter, man. I got all the money and everything, so they know he's out of there, man.
But what I don't understand is you have Garcia, you have Canelo, and then you have Ortiz, but then what's Ruiz, right? You got Ruiz who's with Canelo's team now. I mean, you have all these pieces in front of you. You got to be able to play them a little bit better. I'm just kind of a little disappointed in how he has this opportunity to capitalize on the marketing, and instead of that, you're hearing the bitching and going back and forth with Garcia, and it's no secret the issue that Canelo has with Oscar. At the end of the day, Oscar needs to realize, wait a minute, I work for these guys, and you absolutely need them. We're talking about Virgil Ortiz being their person, they're possibly their prospect, but you got Canelo and Garcia on your camp, and you're mishandling it. And I guess that's what I'm really trying to say. He's just mishandling this whole, his roster right now. You think, Troy? You think that Garcia has some validity to his complaints, wanting more money?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You think he's $1 million fighter?
I get. Like you say, you say that again. What was the last one you just said?
So Garcia, you think he's $1 million fighter?
Not no $1 million fighter. He's not $1 million fighter, but close. He can bring people to the fight. He can bring money, and people will come to the fight and support him. So I mean, and he's up and coming. He's talented enough. So I mean, I feel like he's not. If he's not, I don't think he's worth $1 million yet. But I feel like he
wants that Haney money. He wants that Haney money. He wants. He's making about $250,000 a fight right now, and obviously money's always going to be one of the core reasons why people fall out. What do you think, Coach? You think he deserves more money?
I think a fighter deserves anything he can get. And what you got to understand is this. I don't make believe like all these people. They just pull these fucking numbers out the sky, right? well, this kid should only make X. This kid, where you get those fucking numbers from? Because
Right.
there's a market. There's a market. Now check this out. The problem is, guys